Alright, I'm sorry I'm late. I got lost. No, I didn't get lost. I lost track of time while talking to a friend of mine. And, yeah, about how people are different in different countries. But, yeah, overall, I haven't gotten any feedback from you guys yet, in regards to the poll. So I was like, alright, I'll give you another day. I forgot to start the game. I know. I'm well prepared as always. In regards to if we should finish this, so I decided, like, if I don't get a feedback, I'm gonna go for one of the 4 endings, and I don't care which one it will be. As I said, we're about halfway done. And I think we got to know each of the important characters. And now we'll witness the slow descent, descent into madness from Noriko. Someday I will remember her name, but yeah, as you can see, I'm not very impressed by the characters. I've read a few reviews and everyone was like, the characters are so well thought out and everyone is so well written, and I'm like, how? Where? What? Like, okay, maybe our prologue girl jumping to her death was because of some ability that forced her to do it, compelled her to do it, but overall, so far, as to what I've gathered from this game, it only seems like thanks to her pictures, people are compelled to kill themselves. And if that is the case, I don't see how she got around to kill anyone. I'm sorry, but even if there's a high-resolution picture of me getting eaten by crows or whatever, that wouldn't compel me to kill myself. Or get killed by someone. I don't know. I do not understand the logic behind this. As I said, that could be a me problem. Maybe somebody else thinks this is super well written and thought out. So far, I don't agree. It's well written, alright. I just don't like the characters. As of right now. Maybe I'll get to like them eventually, but it's not at a point where I hate them, I just don't feel any connection to them, so if they die, they die, I don't care. For all of them. And that is kind of a bad thing, if you're supposed to care about these characters and try to make them survive this experience. Take the game we played before this one, Zuri's Game 999. Sure, I didn't necessarily like any of the characters, but I felt a connection to each one of them. If they died, they died. Didn't care much, but it was in a different sense that I still had like a decent connection to them. I still felt compelled to try to save them, except for the last 2 endings. Where it just dragged on too long, but still you had this thing where you had either the killer revealed or, well, not revealed. And in both instances, I would have still wanted to continue playing and figure out why it happened, why they chose to go wild. Although those questions sometimes didn't get any answer. Especially the part of who killed in some of the endings. But yeah, overall, so far, I'll give it another shot. And as I said, I'll probably get it to 1 ending out of 4, apparently. There's True, Hell, what was it? Can't remember, and some bonus content I don't care about. So yeah, we shall see. Today drags on and on. Since I don't work weekends, I never really know what to do with myself during my free time. The library yesterday was nice, but I don't want to hang out there again today. So far, I've spent the day simply reading at home and brewing the occasional cup of tea to stave off my hunger. I keep checking my phone, but Aoi hasn't replied to any of my texts. Even when I call, she lets it go to voicemail. I don't even have any new requests to attend to. I was hoping I would get at least one this weekend to help occupy my time. To take a break from reading Strange Flower, I decide to browse through noise and see what's happening in my social circle. Though I'm not close to any of the people I'm connected to, save for Aoi, reading through their posts always lifts my mood. Rather annoyingly, the first post I come across is from Tomoe. Tomomo! Bitches be trippin' if they think they gonna steal my man. We thick as thieves. He getting lucky tonight, XX. The garbled post is accompanied by a photo of her and Shinya getting cozy together. Shinya looks more than a little nervous. I would be willing to bet that Tomoe is the first girl he's ever snuggled like this. I can't quite figure out why she's so interested in him. Or why he's into her, for that matter. At first, I thought Tomoe was just trying to bug me to annoy me, but by pursuing someone she thought I wanted. But surely this is taking it too far, right? Haven't I made it clear that I don't care? As for Shinya, maybe that boy really is into the blow-up doll look. I guess I understand him less than I originally thought. I noticed that I've been frowning while looking at Tomoe's post, so I decide to slam my finger down on the thumbs down button. A little text box below the post now reads, Noriko Kurosawa, dislike this. My frown breaks and I smirk. It feels somewhat satisfying to publicly dislike Tomoe's posts. I can imagine Tomoe's face going tomato red when she reads the notification. With a little giggle, I scroll past the post and keep browsing my feed. As expected, it doesn't take long to find a post from Shinya himself. It's out of character for him, but he's actually not posting about criminal cases and detective work for once. Shinya with a capital S, Fujikawa. 13 hours ago. I never believed in love until I met her. She swept me off my feet and showed me how to become a better man. She makes me want to be the best person I can be. My heart goes out to my darling Tomoe. 2 days together and counting. I look forward to every day because of you. Thank you. I involuntarily gag and continue scrolling. Sorry. You know, for those that have played online multiplayer games, which have a couple feature or something like that, I've never been the cozy type. I've had like one where we called each other by cutesy names just to annoy others. We weren't dating or anything. We had no feelings connected to each other. It was just we got to know each other in a game that got discontinued. The servers got shut down. And we were like, hey, you know what? We kind of click. How about we go for a different game? And we did. I totally misscaled? No. What's the word for it? I put my points in the wrong stats. Let's say like that. And I was like the worst tank there was. I think I've spoke in length about Nostale, the game we decided to play, and yeah. Overall, game character balancing non-existent in that game. If you ever decide to play that game, I implore you, go for a bow character, a bow wielder. Otherwise, you will not have any fun in this game unless you have someone to play with. Regardless. We were in a guild together, and we were like, okay, these guys are super nice, super forthcoming, but we love to tease them. And each time one of us came online and the other was on, we would go into this tirade about, hey cutie, how you doing today? Oh sweetie. It was such major cringe, but it was so fun. But this, I don't know. I get annoyed by other people doing it, so I guess maybe I shouldn't have done it. But well, there are worse things out there. Let's continue. I'm sorry. You can see I'm stalling so hard with this game. I don't know if I should continue this. You know what? If nothing happens after this, in this stream tonight, this is gonna be the last stream of this game I'll ever do. I feel sorry for anyone interested in this game, but I think, is the visual novel fest still going on? Steam sale? I think it's over, but it'll go into sale eventually again. Get it on sale and read it for yourself. I think that's the best. Or get someone else to play it. But overall, so far, none of the characters compel me. The only one I'm kinda interested in is Kojiro? Was it? The dude from the library. That I want to know what his deal is, but I'm gonna guess that as soon as I get to know him better, I'm gonna be like, alright. It's that character, alright. Bye! So yeah, let's continue. Maybe I'll be proven false, but so far definitely not the correct mindset to go into this. Well, nothing else in my newsfeed really compares to those last posts. My sister wrote something about her sucky job, and a few co-workers posted about how grief-stricken they were about Akane Tsurumaki passing away unexpectedly. Akane Tsurumaki, followed closely by Eiji Hanada. And long before them both, Duri Hatano, the one who started it all. 3 strangers, 3 people dead, all because of Corpse Girl. People wanted them dead, and because of that I also wanted them dead. I won't forget their names. When Corpse Girl rises above the muck and filth in this world and becomes truly famous, I'll share a toast to their memories. Until then, I need to drudge forward. I need new targets, new victims to launch Corpse Girls' name into the stars. If Corpse Girls' website becomes more than an urban legend, more than a rumor whispered of in the shadows, then... no. I need to take it slow. I can't get too far ahead of myself. I still need to put in a lot of work before I can attain my goal. But the only way I can move forward is if more requests come through the website. There has to be a way to promote the site. Flashy advertising is out of the question. I don't want the site looking like a gimmick people can visit simply to pass the time. I need word of mouth, testimonials. So far, the site has claimed 3 victims. I need the original requester to spread the word about how effective the website really is. Yes, that would be perfect, but I obviously can't get in touch with them now. They remain anonymous when they request a death. No one would willingly put in their contact details when doing something so shady anyway. I sigh and scratch my head. Thinking about it like this won't do me any good. Maybe I should come back to it later. I reach for my laptop, sitting on the couch next to me. Maybe I'll take just one more look for new requests. You never know, right? I'll look into the administration panel of Corpse Girls' website and check for notifications. 1 new request. Request details. Today, 3:31 p.m. local time. Victim's phone. Downloading image attachment. Wait, 3:31 p.m.? This was submitted just a few minutes ago. What are the chances I would check the incoming request so soon after receiving a new one? My heart begins to race as the attached photo downloads to my computer. I'm excited about the prospect of working on a new request for the rest of the evening. Who will be the poor sucker to succumb to Corpse Girls' whims? Will another beautiful corpse be left in my wake? My heart skips a beat and my hands instantly turn cold. The hell? A photo of myself appears on the screen. It's the very same image used for my company ID tag. I'm not smiling, in the photo or in real life. Is this some kind of joke? Somebody has requested my death. Somebody has requested my death.
Somebody wants me dead?
I would want you dead as well. Don't you want? Okay.
I can't believe it! It finally happened! I know exactly who requested my death! Tomoe! That stupid, vapid bitch!
Tomoe Watanabe, the one person who hates me more than I hate myself. Of course, she's the one who uploaded my photo, of course. She wants Corpse Girl to take care of me. She's been looking for somebody to test the website on. Her noise post from the start of the week confirms that. And she has been getting increasingly obsessed with tormenting me lately. I'm willing to bet that when I disliked her latest post, it finally triggered her to request my death.
Tomoe, you brainless whore! I am Corpse Girl!
You know what? Random trivia, but the English voice actor for Noriko is the one that also voiced Aunt Takamaki from P5. And I'm now hearing it, I was like, it kind of sounds familiar, but couldn't place it. And what was it? one of the other ones was from AI Somnium Files. But yeah, don't know. In a fit of manic laughter, I set to work dismembering my photo. I'm going to make my corpse look so realistic that she'll think she really succeeded in getting me killed. And then, when her guard is down... Oh, okay. Are you sending her your picture? Oh, whatever. June 1st, Monday morning.
No sign of Sato yet? I wonder if she got held up. It's not exactly professional to be late on your first day of work.
I grind my teeth and hope that Shinya can't sense my anxiety.
She'll be here.
Noriko, she said she couldn't and wouldn't. What are you talking about? I don't believe the bitter words that tumble out of my mouth. I send another message to Aoi's seemingly abandoned phone, not really expecting a reply.
Actually, she's not the only one absent. Tomoe isn't here either.
He doesn't need to tell me that. I've been watching her desk like a hawk ever since I came in this morning. There's a small surprise waiting for her in her top desk drawer. Courtesy of yours truly. I've been eagerly anticipating her arrival for an hour now.
We had a late night last night, so I wonder if she woke up on time.
I taste something foul in my mouth. I don't really need Shinya's recap of his night with Tomoe.
Don't you have work to do?
Of course, I need to.
His vocalized thoughts trail off as he wanders away. I return my focus to the keyboard in front of me. As I type letters scrawled across my screen seemingly slower than usual. No Aoi, no Tomoe. The static drone of the office environment is just as loud as ever, but without those two here, something feels off. Aoi shouldn't be missing her first day of work. Did you listen to anything your friend said, Noriko? And say what you want about Tomoe. At the very least, she's punctual. For her to be this late is very unusual.
Kurosawa, a word, if you please.
A soft but sharp voice snaps me out of my thoughts. I look up to find a middle-aged woman standing over me, one hand beckoning in an intimidating fashion. Kotomiida, an executive who oversees a lot of the juniors on this floor. I deal with her a few times a week. She's a serious and critical person, but I've seen a warmer side of her when she chats with colleagues of her own level.
Miss Ida, did you need something?
Please, come with me.
I reluctantly rise from my chair and follow her through the office. She leads me to one of the glass-screened cubicles that line one wall of the office. Special spaces reserved for meetings and temporary workstations.
Take a seat.
Thank you. I follow her instruction, sitting down on one of the bright and colorful plastic chairs that fill the small enclosure.
A new employee was supposed to start work today. Sato, an acquaintance of yours, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct?
That's right. I've been trying to get in contact with her.
I see. You understand that it doesn't reflect well on Sato's character if she can't arrive on time for her first day of work, correct?
Yes, I understand. Believe me, it is very out of the ordinary for her to do something like this.
I'm sure. Fujikawa recommended Sato for the job based on your personal request. You need to be aware that since Fujikawa holds rank over you, he is the one who will be reprimanded for hiring an unsuitable employee. Now, I wouldn't go so far as to say that he will be punished. Rather, his recommendations will be denied for the foreseeable future. And any attempt he makes to climb the ladder, so to speak, will be vehemently refused by the other executives.
What? Because of one mistake?
Isn't that a bit extreme? All of that because of one temp employee that didn't show up for work?
That's the way these things go. I've seen it dozens of times. The reason I'm telling you this is because you should feel some sort of responsibility to apologize to Fujikawa.
I had no idea. Honestly,
Enough. This isn't an open discussion. Apologize to Fujikawa, and see if he will find it in his heart to forgive you. And please advise him to seek employment elsewhere. I don't foresee his career with us flourishing anytime soon.
Wow. Great
That's
workplace.
all.
Kotomi abruptly exits the cubicle and leaves me alone, sitting in a stupid-looking green plastic chair. I take some time to compose my thoughts before also walking out. I don't know what to say to Shinya. I don't even know if I should say anything. Surely Kotomi is being a bit extreme in effectively halting Shinya's career at Temujin. This is all because I recommended Aoi for the job. I feel like an idiot. But how was I to know that Aoi would prove unreliable? Noriko! What the hell? Game! Did this conversation with an Aoi not happen? 2 days ago. 3 days ago. Can't remember. She literally told you she can't take on the job because her manager wouldn't let her quit. So... What is going on? And still, it's far too extreme. Kotomi is out of line. Something else is at play here. I can feel it. Maybe Kotomi wants Shinya gone for her own reasons, but I can't imagine why. He's a junior employee and not exactly the type to step on anyone's toes and make enemies. Or maybe she's interested in Tomoe. I've returned to my desk in a bit of a huff and slump in my swivel chair. My eyes fall on the empty can of coffee next to my computer screen and I begin to wish I'd purchased more than one this morning. Glancing over the top of my screen, I can see that Tomoe still hasn't arrived. Maybe I'll have to wait until tomorrow for her to find the gift I left for her. I'm sure she'll love it. I don't enjoy my walk home through the park this evening as much as I normally do. There are too many things weighing on my mind. Aoi, Tomoe, Shinya, and Kotomi. Why is it that I'm increasingly finding myself drawn into office drama? I don't want to deal with any of it. I just want to pursue my own goals. Working at the office is a means to an end, a way to keep a roof over my head and have the money to achieve Corpse Girl's ambitions. If I could quit, I would, but I can't. Not just yet. I wonder if I could memorize Corpse Girl's services. Monetize, well. Users could pay a fee to request a death, or I could even just accept donations. But I get the sinking feeling that asking for money will reduce the amount of requests I get. Yeah? And it would increase the likelihood of you being found out. The number of requests coming in is already depressingly low. If I reduce it any further, I'd be in trouble. As I draw closer to my apartment building, my phone cries out for attention. I bring it to my ear with a swift hand.
Aoi? Noriko? What's the deal? I've been trying to get in touch with you all day. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I couldn't bring myself to come into the office. Yeah, well, I gathered that. Tell me why. You know, just the stuff I normally have to deal with. For real? What are we talking about here? Stalkers? Or your own battles?
I'm going... Can't go back far enough, but... We literally had a conversation with Aoi 3 days ago that she can't quit because her manager wouldn't let her. We came to her maid cafe thingy just to have a big fight with Aoi and having her totally ignore us. What is going on? Why is this not mentioned? Why is this just being ignored? Am I missing something? Was that in a completely different parallel universe and that actually didn't happen and it only happened in my mind? I'm going crazy here. What is wrong here?
I left the apartment twice. I really did. But I had to go back inside each time because it didn't feel right. I had to check a few things and then check again, and in the end, I gave up and laid in bed. I must have fallen asleep because when I looked at the time, it was already late.
I sigh angrily and hope that Aoi doesn't hear me.
Alright. It sounds like you had a rough day. I'm sorry, but the situation isn't great. I'm just going to be honest with you, okay? I don't think they'll be happy with you if you come in tomorrow. If I were you, I'd write a polite letter of resignation and just forget about the job. Shinya's been kind of thrown under the bus because of this.
Shinya? Why?
I'm not too sure myself. Since he got you the job, I suppose he was somewhat responsible for you. But because you didn't come in, it sounds like his career's in real jeopardy.
You know what? I would probably just go to some doctor's office, be like, yo, could you give me like this thing for sick leave? I messed up and I kinda need to save face. Phone them, be like, I'm sorry, I tried calling but my voice wouldn't work. I don't know, something. And try to just patch it up. There is no way they can really mess with you. Yeah, well, they can fire you, sure thing. But it is overall just a temp job. You're not really needed, and I don't know. This overall setup just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But oh well. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well.
Oh God. Oh no. Take a breath. You didn't know something like this would happen. I didn't either. I think this one exec has it out for him or something because it's too much of an overreaction.
I can't believe it. I never wanted to cost him his job.
I know. You didn't mean for this to happen. Look, I'll try and smooth things out a little. I'll talk to Shinya tomorrow. You need to look after yourself right now, okay? Promise me you'll just take it easy tonight and relax.
Okay.
Forget this ever happened. Noriko will look after everything.
Thank you, Noriko.
Okay. Get some rest. Talk to you soon, Aoi.
Bye-bye.
I end the call with a heavy heart. I don't actually have any idea what to do. I don't know. Sure, Aoi never was the brave type so far, but I don't know. They should have built up her having depression a bit more than just be like, yeah, well, now we're gonna reveal it thanks to this phone call that doesn't even make sense because we literally set up that she wouldn't come to this job. I don't know if something went wrong in the coding and if we didn't follow her, she would have actually come in time or something like that, and the whole maid cafe thingy would have gone away, been resolved, and then the Monday comes and everything's fine. And it kind of got mixed up. I don't know, but I feel like I missed something in this overall setup, and now it doesn't make sense. And as far as I know, I haven't skipped anything. Oh well. When it comes to Aoi, I always feel obligated to just tell her anything that will help her feel better. If I could actually follow through with my words and generally make things better for her, then, well, maybe we'd have a bit of a different relationship than we do now. But I probably missed my opportunity for that a long time ago. In senior high school, I was never really truly understanding of her, and that cost me too much. Things are different now, of course. I've seen what she goes through. I'd like to think I understand her a lot more now. My feelings for her are true and not muddled in sympathy or pity. If this was a different life, I hadn't made all those stupid mistakes, I would be happy to be with her. But now, the best I can hope for is that she wants to remain friends with me, and that will have to be enough to satisfy me.
Yo.
Oh, so you're still alive? Kinda sad. That voice. A trickle of icy sweat drips down my spine. In the near distance, sitting on the bench close to the park's exit, is an easily recognizable figure.
Come here.
That is a kinda cute outfit. Not gonna lie. I love the hat. I freeze in my tracks. My body wants to keep walking to reach the familiar safety of my home, but my brain is engaging its fight or flight mode. Torn between my options, I find myself completely stationary.
Come on, I won't hurt you.
Sure.
Tomoe.
There's no doubt in my mind that she's been waiting for me here all afternoon. She knows my route home. That's obvious since I last encountered her and Shinya in this very same park. I can't help but tense up as she leaps off the bench and approaches me.
You're into weird shit, right? Like, occult stuff?
Maybe? Is that what you came here to ask me?
Nah, just listen, okay? I wanted the opinion of someone freakier than me.
Uh-huh. She really knows how to flatter a girl.
It's kinda dumb, you know, but have you heard of that Corpse Girl website thing?
Who does she think she's talking to? More importantly, how should I respond?
I've heard rumors.
Yeah, right? I heard rumors too, so I checked it out. I thought the whole thing was really funny. Like, could it be for real? Anyway, maybe I kinda used it to request a death.
Is that so?
Tomoe has pretty much straight up admitted that she was the one who requested my death. After all, I know exactly how many requests come through the site. The latest one had to have been from her.
Yeah, and, well, you know how the site works, right?
Fill me in.
All you do is put in a photo of a bitch and her phone number. Then she's supposed to drop dead. Simple as that. Thing is, no one knows how it works, or if it works, actually.
Right. Okay, so you requested somebody's death, and what happened?
Well,
Well, This is it. This is where she admits that she uploaded my photo. I've caught her red-handed.
You see, the dumb bitch went and died.
Oh, she requested, what was her name? The exact. Blink a few times. I'm positive I didn't hear that right.
What did you say?
The chick whose photo I uploaded. She's deader than a doorknob.
Uh-uh. Who is Tomoe referring to? My mind is racing frantically, scanning through the list of corpse girls as victims over the past few months. They're literally 2 girls, 1 man. What are you talking about? The only one it could be, if she comes out about it now, is the girl that just died, or the woman, I should say, that died 2 days ago. Let's say a week ago. I lost track of time. What are you talking about, game? The only people who have died recently are Akane Tsurumaki and Eiji Hanada. Tomoe is talking about a female, so that rules out Eiji. Then there's Ruri Hatano, but she died such a long time ago. Last year, in fact. Surely Tomoe wasn't the one who requested her death? It was way too long ago for her to be bringing it up now. Didn't the request come in on the day that Tomoe was like, I'm curious about Corpse Girls' website, so use your brain, Noriko. That leads me to believe that the only person Tomoe could be talking about is Akane Tsurumaki. Or has somebody else died? Somebody I never found out about? That's impossible. I've been so thorough in searching for the results of my work. The only victim that Tomoe could be talking about is Akane. But wait, no, that still can't be right. Tomoe requested my death. Somebody, Tomoe, uploaded my photo to Corpse Girls' website just recently. I take a deep breath, swallow hard and open my mouth.
Tomoe, what you're saying is really serious. Are you sure this person died?
Yep, no doubt. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about. If you're good with this occult junk, how do you think she died from a website? Do you reckon my request really killed her? 'Cause I don't really want this shit on my conscience, you know?
I don't know what to say.
Come on. I was only really joking around with the website. Didn't think for a second that it could really work. But now, this bitch is cold in the ground, and I can't sleep at night. Keeping Shinya close is the only thing making me calm lately.
Tomoe seems to be showing a little remorse, which I didn't think she had in her. Okay, my guess as to who requested her death is actually Shinya, not Tomoe. But could also be Aoi, I guess. I doubt it, but who knows? If she thought the website was a joke, then fair enough. It's only natural that she'd want to play around with it. I keep saying I think the most of the requests, and I would think that that there would be more requests. Just, you know, playing around with the website, being like, haha, it's so funny, this is obviously fake, and then, bam, somebody is dead. That's why it kind of feels strange to me that there's so little requests, if it's already an urban legend. But, I don't know. Maybe I'm misjudging the internet. Then again, I'm kind of offended that she figured the whole thing was fake. Corpse Girl has worked too damn hard to be considered a joke. But want to get to the bottom of this. I need to find out whose death Tomoe requested. And more importantly, the question of who requested my own death remains unanswered.
Tomoe, what's the name of the person you requested to die?
Her name? Oh, you might know her.
It was that skank from our office, Akane Tsurumaki.
Kane Tsurumaki. Sure enough, she's well and truly dead. Tomoe isn't wrong in believing that the website killed Akane. Tomoe once posted a noise about wanting to try the website, and she was waiting to find someone to try it on. If I recall correctly, the request for Akane's death came through Corpse Girls' website shortly after I read that post. Perhaps Tomoe made the request on the very same day? So then Tomoe was the one responsible. I assumed the person who requested Akane's death was someone in our office, but I never figured it would be a junior data entry temp like Tomoe. How did Tomoe even know Akane? I can't see how their paths would have crossed in such a large office building.
Yo, Psycho, you in there?
I snap out of my thoughts and see Tomoe's dead-eyed gaze.
Your professional opinion? Can a website really kill someone?
I'm torn between giving two replies. I could state that I believe the website worked and therefore help increase Corpse Girls' credibility, or I could play it safe and make sure I'm not suspected of any involvement. Coward that I am, I decide to play it safe.
No, absolutely not. A website can't kill someone.
Yeah, I figured. Guess it's just a coincidence that she died.
Well, if your abilities are true, Noriko, it's not the website that killed her. Sure, the request came through the website, but isn't it you that killed her? Indirectly, sure, but you used your quote-unquote powers to do exactly that. Kill her.
You reckon I'm not guilty then? I didn't really want the bitch dead anyway. I was just mucking around.
Tomoe, legally, the one requesting someone's death is as guilty as the one actually doing the killing. So, yes, you are guilty if she actually was compelled into killing herself thanks to the photo Noriko created. Super weird, but deal with it.
Yeah, you're not guilty.
Thank God. That's a real weight off my elbows, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I sure as shit won't mess around with sites like that again, though. I'm gonna play it real straight from now on. I gotta get my life together. I got a man to look after now.
Uh-huh.
Right. Well, good luck with that. I need to get home.
All I want right now is to get back and figure out who the hell uploaded a photo of me to the website. My mind is reeling and I'm not in the right headspace to listen to Tomoe's drivel any longer.
Hey, for what it's worth, which ain't much. Thanks. Thanks for putting my mind at ease.
Sure thing.
I know we ain't always seen eye to eye, and...
Could you apologize for hitting her first and foremost?
well, nah. That's about it for now.
For a fleeting moment, I imagined that she was about to apologize for assaulting me last week. That possibility disappeared from my mind almost as soon as it had appeared.
See you tomorrow.
Sure. She waits almost sheepishly and wanders back through the park in the direction that I came from. Right, time to go home. I can't relax until I know who requested my death. If it wasn't Tomoe, then this situation could be a lot more serious than I originally thought. If it wasn't because of my petty squabbles with her, then someone really wants me dead. Ooh. can't sleep. It must be past 3 a.m. Countless hours have passed since I started trying to figure out who requested my death. I've run through every possible candidate and their potential reasons 1,000 times. I've replayed every encounter I've ever had with every person I've ever met, and I'm drawing a blank. I don't know who wants me dead. I'm not so vain to think that everybody likes me. I'm sure as hell a lot of people don't like me very much at all. But does anyone not like me enough to want me dead? To nominate me for Corpse Girl to claim as her prey? I take little solace in the fact that my life isn't actually in danger. Corpse Girls as victims are only brought low by my hand. Though my convictions are strong and I never refuse a request, taking my own life is absolutely out of question. This is the one and only request I will ever refuse, and it's not for the sake of my own life, but rather for the sake of Corpse Girl's continued existence. I will not let her die and be buried with me. However, now that I've eaten of the knowledge that somebody genuinely wants me dead, I can't cure my upset stomach. No amount of mental reassurance will quell the sickness rising within me. The top candidates are, of course, those closest to me. I've crossed Tomoe off the list. Her relief at knowing Akane Tsurumaki's death wasn't her fault convinced me that she wouldn't make the mistake of messing with the website twice. Add to the fact that she came to me for reassurance, it's safe to say that she's not the person I'm looking for. So that leaves the people I deal with on a daily basis. Aoi Sato. My best friend since junior high and the first person I ever fell for. She rejected me gracefully during senior high, so gracefully that we still remain friends to this day. Would she want me dead? It's doubtful. She wouldn't even report her stalker, a guy who she is apparently related to the police, because she didn't want him arrested. Then there's Shinya Fujikawa, another acquaintance from school and now my co-worker. He has even gone so far as to call us friends now that we're connected on Noise. I've never been romantically interested in him, but I was under the false impression that he had feelings for me. He's a wannabe detective, but he doesn't have the competence to follow in his father's footsteps. He doesn't strike me as the type to want somebody dead, let alone to go through with requesting somebody's death. I still think that he's the most likely candidate. Since it also has to be someone that actually has our phone number, actually. Maybe Shinya isn't. Scratch that. He could probably get that from the company. Still, quiet guarded people like him can really surprise you. Yes. When you take those three out of the equation, the people I deal with daily are very few. They are the high-ups and execs at work like Kotomi Ida, but our dealings are so short and simple that I'm sure I barely register on their radar. If I extend my list of candidates to include people that I don't deal with regularly, but who are technically still part of my life, then the list gets a little more interesting and harder to narrow down. Kenji and Momo Ogawa, the father and daughter living in my apartment building, they're sweet, kind and considerate. Couldn't imagine they'd want to kill me unless I'm really using up too much of the internet's bandwidth, and they just can't take it anymore. Then they would probably come up and talk to you about it. What the hell? There's my elder sister, of course, Yuriko Kurosawa. We haven't talked in over a year at least. She's scum, but Probably not the type to randomly elect her own sister for death. Probably. She's on parole, so I have to believe she wouldn't do anything to jeopardize her freedom. And there's Mother, Asuna Kurosawa. She's simply not in a position to submit my details to Corpse Ghost's website. My struggling brain can't think of anyone else currently in my life. I have a very small social circle, it's true. All the people that fill my noise newsfeed have either already been named on this list, or they are from such a small, long ago part of my life that they wouldn't even remember I exist anymore. And then, suddenly, without warning, a face pops into my mind with startling clarity. That guy from the library. Kojiro, was it? Kojiro with no surname. He was bizarre, eccentric, didn't seem like the type of person that gets outside much. Kind of like me, I suppose. His eyes were so clear it was unnerving. They say the eyes are the window to the soul, but I couldn't see anything of substance through his lenses. Out of everyone I've mentally listed, he seems like the person most capable of taking someone's life. That's a biased opinion, based on little to no knowledge of him. It's just the impression he gives. No, I still think that Shinya is the most likely candidate. Sure. Kojiro was weird. Don't get me wrong, but he doesn't strike me as the type that would want her dead for what? Talking to him? And if he requested your death, he wouldn't be able to return the book in time. So he would have to pay a fine. So think about it. Probably not. He doesn't seem to have a lot of money to be able to pay that fine. So about that, don't think so. Still think Shinya is the most likely. Maybe Aoi, but I'm gonna bet on Shinya. No money though. I don't have it. I don't have any money to bet. However, I have to ask myself, would he want me dead? Me, a person he met one time at the library. In addition, the photo of me that was uploaded to my website was from Temujin's corporate system. It's the very same picture that I wear in my ID tag. How would Kojiro have access to it? If he was going to upload a photo of me, he would have found my noise profile and used an image from one of my albums. There aren't too many photos of me on there, but there are enough to identify me. The guy is suspicious, but I don't think he's the one I'm looking for. Yet, I can't get his face out of my mind. On a whim, I snatch up my phone from my table beside me and unlock the screen. The bright light shines like a beacon in the darkness, nearly blinds me, but I squint and navigate to the noise app. Oh, getting blinded in the night because of your phone. That is such an everyday occurrence for me. Well, okay, not every day, but every day I can't sleep, which is pretty much every day when it's so hot outside. And I just get like 2 hours of sleep and then wake up and be like, okay. Oh, sorry. What shall I do now for the rest of the night? Trying to fall back asleep is pretty much out of the question. Guess I'm gonna continue reading. Great. Kojiro. He told me his noise tag, didn't he? If I can remember it, it'll save me the hassle of having to look through hundreds of profiles with the same name just to find him. What was it? Kojiro? No, too simple. Koji something. It's Koji. Started to type different variations until an auto-predicted result pops up. Goji Goji. That's the one. I tap the results and instantly arrive at his profile. The info in his About Me section is pretty vague, but judging by the display photo, I'm certain this is the right guy. Goji Goji. Just your average guy, taking my days one at a time. Introvert. An antisocial introvert that just comes up to you in the library and is like, yo, have you seen Nobel... what's his face? Right. Sounds about right. Anti-establishment, anti-everything, lol. I like peanut butter though. I scroll through his feed and see that he hasn't posted anything for quite some time. His most recent post is from about a year ago, and it's just an updated version of his display picture where he has cropped out a woman's face and body, so the focus is just on him. I open up a direct message to him and start typing. Hey, is this Koichiro from the library? It's Noriko. Kurosawa. Since it's past 3 AM, I'm not expecting a reply until I instantly receive a message in response. Hi, late night? You replied so quickly. I swallow and gather the nerve to ask him what's on his mind. On my mind. Yes, I can't sleep. Have you heard of Corpse Girls' website? The screen states that he's currently typing a message, but then the notification simply disappears and no message comes through. Oh, I hate those times when I actually stay in the app and wait for the reply to finally come in, and then you wait and the message that somebody's typing just disappears and nothing comes up. And I'm like, okay, maybe I lost connection, I don't know. I reload, nothing comes. I'm like, oh, you typed like 5 minutes, what happened to this message? Is he ignoring me? Then, yes. So he does know about the website. The question is, was he already familiar with it, or did he just look it up after I mentioned it? What are your thoughts? Is it real? Yes, love it. Big fan. I see. Me too. Have you used it? No, well, no, not yet. Don't hate anyone enough. It's hard to get a sense of his emotions through his replies. I can't tell if he's being sincere or not. Wait, have you used it? Tell me. Tell me details. Does it work? No, I haven't used it, but it's popular in my office. I don't know why I wrote that, or why I ended the message with a question mark. I shake my head and wait for a response. Okay, let me know if you use it. Might be work for me. What? Might be work for me? What does he mean by that? Work? Yes, I store cadavers. Dispose of later. I don't understand. Hospital morgue. Storage and disposal. He works at a morgue? I noticed a strange smell on his clothes when we met, and now it makes sense. I gag a little and suppress the urge to vomit. I would think that you would actually get excited by that, but okay. So if someone dies, they get sent to you, even for like suicides and murders? Yes, all sorts. Worst are crash victims, have to mix and match limbs. Have you ever received victim of Corpse Girls' website? Impossible to know, maybe? Who can say? Have a name? A name. Can you look up the name of bodies he received? Can you look up such a thing? Yes, cadavers are ID'd, mostly. Know a victim? Shall I ask? Will doing so put me under suspicion of being associated with Corpse Girl? Hello? I can look now. At work. I start to nervously bite my fingernails. I know that I won't gain anything from finding out if he's dealt with any of the victims, but Morbid curiosity tends to get the better of me. Sometimes I just have to know. Akane Tsurumaki. Okay, second. No, correct spelling? Got a M Tsurumaki and Akane Tsurumi. That's alright, close enough. Close though. Okay, more names? Eiji Hanada. One sec. Yes, crash victim. Bad. I remember him. He's still here, actually. Can't believe what I'm reading. Eiji Hanada ended up at Kojiro's morgue, and he's still there? Really? How long do you store bodies? Depends. Up to 2 days for autopsy. No autopsy for him. No need. So he just sits there. Cold chamber. Number 31BB. If family don't collect, then cremation. Is cremation what do you mean by disposal? Yes, mostly. Friend of yours? Not exactly. But his corpse goes as a victim, you said so. Well, I don't know. You said so. Interesting. I'll look at him again. Really, there's no need for that. It's okay, I won't tell. How did you do it? You swallow hard. What does he mean? Hello. How did I do what? How did you kill him? Oh shit. It's messed up. He knows. Kojiro has figured out who I am. In a panic, I slammed my phone down. I can hear the constant vibration against the bed as Kojiro continues to message me. Shit. Shit. What do I do? Can I make something up to convince him that I'm not the one responsible for Eiji's death? Well, as soon as you reacted in that way, it made it obvious that you are responsible for this. As if you were like, I don't know what you're talking about, immediately, I don't think it would actually make him believe that you are the killer, or might have actually resolved his suspicion, but because now you're making him wait and you're like, oh my god, he figured it out, I messed up. Now it's super obvious, so shame on you, I guess. Will he even buy it? By not responding to him straight away, I've probably inadvertently proven my own guilt. Yes, told you so. I pick up my phone between my trembling thumb and forefinger. I hold it delicately, as though it has suddenly become some sort of evidence that I don't want covered in my fingerprints. In a way, that's completely true. I stare at the messages from Kojiro. Hey, you there? Hello? I'd better reply. I have to say something. Maybe I can throw him off my trail. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't kill anyone. Not exactly a lie. Yes, true. Corpse Girl killed him. No name entry on Corpse Girl's website. Do you know his name? But you know his name and you knew he died. Ergo, you requested his death. Wait, this is good. This is far better than him believing I'm Corpse Girl. He thinks I'm just some fan of the website that submitted a request. I have to run with this. I can't let him know the actual truth. Okay, you got me. I used the website to request his death. Wow, mad. So the site is real. Amazing. This is exciting. Are you happy he's dead? I decide to take a leaf out of Tomoe's book and act more innocent than I really am. Not really. I just made the request on a whim to see what would happen. I didn't think it would really work. Wow, so you didn't hate the guy, Eiji? No, I never even met him, just found his photo on the internet. Incredible. Corpse Girl killed with just a photo. Doesn't even need a name. Wonder how many other Vics I've got here. Lol. Have to go. Clocking off soon. Talk later. Kojiro's status immediately changes to offline. Breathe a sigh of relief. I think he bought the lie. Surely I'm in the clear. But this whole conversation was an exercise in stupidity. I nearly shot myself in the foot because of my own insatiable curiosity. I shouldn't have contacted Kojiro at all. The only positive thing to come out of this is learning that Kojiro works at a hospital morgue. I could potentially take advantage of this, but my sleep-deprived brain can't quite work out how. I can dwell on that later. For now, I really need to sleep. June 2nd, Tuesday morning. My alarm erupts with shrieking screams and scares me awake. My eyes don't open immediately, and instead I find myself tossing and turning, trying to bury my face in my pillow. I can't have had more than 2 hours of sleep, and now it's already time to get up and go to work. How the hell am I going to function today? I drag my heavy body from the bed and slide into the pair of slippers resting on the floor. With a yawn and a stretch, I leave my bedroom. I stand in the kitchenette, connected to the living room, for a few moments, completely absent-minded. I open the refrigerator and stare blankly at the dismal contents. A small tub of peach yogurt sits on the top shelf, and a half-empty jug of oolong tea rests on the bottom. I grab the yogurt and peel off the lid. Without even fetching a spoon, I simply pour a little into my mouth. I consume about half of the tiny portion and wipe my mouth before throwing the leftovers in the trash can. That will be enough to spike my energy for the morning. When you normally run on an empty stomach, any amount of calories can work as a pick-me-up. If you don't have the money to buy yourself groceries, maybe you shouldn't throw away a half-empty container of yogurt. It is still perfectly fine to eat, so just put it back in the fridge. Woman, what? I make a mental note to collect 2 or 3 cans of coffee from the convenience store on my way to work. They should carry me through the rest of the day. The rest of the early morning is spent applying makeup and getting dressed. I'm out the door at the same time as every other day. To stop myself from nodding off at my desk, I decide to rearrange my personal effects. Having something to focus on is a great way to fight off sleep. Unlike the other employees here, I don't tend to keep too much at my workplace, yet it still manages to feel cluttered somehow. Next to my computer monitor are 3 little figurines that I collected from toy capsule machines. They're a set of anthropomorphic coffee cans that were released as a promotional campaign for my favorite coffee brand. Each figure is about the size of my thumb. They're cute little things, and when you put a coin into the capsule machine, you never know which character you're going to get. So far, I've managed to collect Captain Café au lait, Lieutenant Long Black, and Madame Macchiato. If I remember correctly, there are 2 more I still need to get, but the capsule machines seem to be out of rotation now because they've been replaced with a different series of toys. If I ever want to collect the remaining figures, I'll probably need to buy them online. Oh, well, I'm not super invested in having to own all of them. I give each tiny figure a bit of a dusting and set them back up next to my monitor, so they are all standing up straight and facing forward. Satisfied that they're tidy, I look to the small tray of drawers that sit on the side. Wow, I can't read anymore. My brain is just molten. Tray of drawers that sit on the other side of my monitor. I mainly just store papers and office memos in them. They're not really big enough to hold anything much larger than documents. I rummaged through the drawers and discard a few old notices that aren't relevant anymore. When I'm done, I file away a couple of loose papers that have been fluttering around my desk for the last week. With that complete, I straighten up my keyboard so it's parallel to my mouse pad. I give the keyboard a thorough dusting and then lean back in my chair to admire my work. The desk looks much nicer now. A clean workspace invites a clear state of mind, or so my co-workers would have me believe. Maybe I'll buy into that a little bit now that I can see the effects for myself. The corner of my eyes catch glimpse of blonde hair, and I turn to watch Tomoe enter the office. She nods at Shinya as she walks by his desk and continues nonchalantly towards her own workspace. Did you remove the picture or not? Since her desk is in my line of sight, I have the perfect vantage point to watch her put her belongings down and take a seat. I feel a sudden stirring of excitement as she sits down. It's almost as if I'm anticipating something to happen. Was something supposed to happen with Tomoe today? Have I forgotten something important? My tired mind can't really focus on those thoughts. I try to ignore the mild surge of adrenaline that started pulsing through me when she took a seat. I distract myself by starting up my computer and looking over the list of today's tasks. It looks as though I need to correct a few entries I uploaded to the company server yesterday. In my previously distracted state, it's possible I made a few typographical errors. And you think it's gonna be better now that you're so sleep-deprived you can barely remember anything you did the day before. Right. Sounds about right. It's definitely what you should do. That's fair enough. I'll get to work on correcting the data. I open up a few programs and listen to the whirring of my computer tower, nearly drowned out in the clamor of the office environment. The next sound I hear eclipses the noise of the computer and the office completely and absolutely. A terrified shriek slices through the air like a knife, leaving a deathly ringing silence in its wake. I scramble to my feet purely out of instinct, scanning for the source of the scream. I don't have to look very far before my eyes fall upon a distressed Tomoe, kneeling on the floor and clutching her face. She is on the ground next to her desk, staring down unblinkingly, her fingers wide from the strain of clawing at her own head. In the sudden chaos of people rushing to her side, I somehow manage to notice that one of the drawers on her desk is wide open. An open drawer? As tired and exhausted as I am, the significance of the open drawer isn't lost on me. I immediately realize why my body subconsciously felt excited when Tomoe came into the office this morning. I felt something in her desk. I left something in her desk drawer. Something I wanted her to find. Yesterday's obsession with discovering the identity of the one who requested my death caused me to forget my rebellious strike against Tomoe. I left something in her drawer yesterday, thinking she was the one who submitted my photo to the website. Then she didn't come into work, and it completely slipped my mind. After she confessed to requesting Akane Tsurumaki's death, I erased my suspicion of her being the one who targeted me. But I didn't remove the item from her drawer. I'm in deep, deep shit now. Before I can even lurch forward from behind my desk, Tomoe turns her head to face me. Cold, grim eyes lock onto mine, refusing to let go. A trickle of crimson blood seeps from her scalp, where her fingernails pierced her skin during her panicked scream. Swallowing my nervousness, I break eye contact with her and stare down at the flat object that was the focus of her outcry. It's a familiar photograph, a printed image on glossy paper, traditional, old school, and just as effective as I had hoped. Though I can't make out all the details from this distance, the composition of the photo doesn't elude my memory. It depicts my very own corpse, toppled backward over a tombstone. A bloody slash traces across my neck. A laceration lines my stomach, and a knife protrudes from my breast. My black hair is a tangled mess, my dark eyeliner smeared and smudged. The grimace on my face is the unmistakable mask of death. Noriko Kurosawa, stoic and unflinching in death. Noriko Tsurukawa, dead atop a random tombstone in some nameless cemetery. A bizarre yet ultimately unremarkable way to die. It suits me perfectly. I'm proud of the work that went into this photo. The objective was to punish Tomoe for requesting my death, to create a work of art so horrific that she would beg for forgiveness when she found me still breathing. But the scene playing out before me is unlike anything I had imagined. Tomoe's face is scrunched up with hatred, the veins in her forehead threatening to burst and shower the office with sanguine gore. Or was it? At any given second. Whether or not she thinks this is some sick prank is beyond my knowledge. All I can decipher from her expression is that she is likely to strangle me given the opportunity. But perhaps I'm jumping ahead of myself. Why do I automatically assume that she believes I'm guilty of putting the photo in her drawer? I mean, aren't I the victim? No. Perhaps she actually...
Who the fuck is responsible for this?
She howls like a wounded animal, a battered and beaten pub backed into a corner. Clutching the photo, now torn from her bloodied fingernails, she stands and plants her feet firmly on the floor, steadfast, stern, resolute, a bulwark of immovable fury. All eyes are upon her, the bleached blonde gal girl with an antagonizing attitude is the center of attention in the office.
This photo is disgusting! Absolutely sick! Who made it?
From the confused and puzzled faces of the 20 or so employees huddled around, it's obvious that no one really knows what Tomoe is talking about. The photo is small, and with her clutching it tightly and waving it around frantically, it's impossible for anyone to make out the detail. I'm bold enough to assume that no one else has managed to properly glimpse it yet. And maybe I can prevent our co-workers from getting a closer look if I act fast. I dart out from behind my desk and approach Tomoe.
Let me see.
Tomoe aggressively thrusts the photo towards me. I take a cursory look at it and gasp loudly to add credibility to my acting. Adopting a fake countenance of shock, I grab Tomoe by the shoulder and pull her close to me. I bow my head against hers, so we stand intimately in the middle of the crowd, forehead to forehead, our eyes fixated on one another. I hope my beating heart isn't loud enough for Tomoe to notice as we stand against each other. I whisper softly, my pulse quickening as I try to make my words sound urgent and confident rather than broken and anxious.
Come with me. I need to talk to you.
Tomoe tenses and stiffens, but she murmurs something that sounds like agreement. I pull away from her and grab her wrist to lead her out of the office. We exit from the throng of onlookers, scratching their heads, and dart towards the elevator. Shinya says nothing as we pass him. He just looks on with a pale face. Okay, F. Slowly getting grilled here. I'm probably gonna end it here for tonight. It's as good a point as any. Could you save? Hello? Game! Stop freezing on me! Thank you! Oh. Okay. There's space for at least one more character around here. I wonder who we will get, if we will get another one. But interesting. Okay, I like the Kojiro sections, and that's about it. As I said, there's still a poll up on my YouTube. I hope it's still running. Not sure. It should, I think. In regards to if we should complete it, or at least complete one ending. If there were more Kojiro sections, I think I would definitely play it, and if we will get more in the future, sure, maybe I can get through this, but still on the fence about this game. I don't know. Maybe it's the heat. It makes me dislike it more than I should. But yeah, well, regardless. Thanks for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.